Intergalactic, the newest, purely politically motivated, self-righteous virtue signaling slop that is masquerading as a game, that tries to make you feel bad for not liking it. Where have we seen this already?
I think the way that this trailer starts with this character shaving her head is really, really what gets me every time. What a character introduction.
They missed a really good Gillette ad.
Especially in this time period right now with everything that's been going on with video games. But apparently, according to some leaks, and I don't know if these are true, so you'll have to take it with a grain of salt.
Whatever leaks there are about this game, and they are even in the remote direction of folk, I'm honestly gonna believe. Because looking at this, it's insane, okay? Now, obviously, this character was modeled by a woman, and that woman is batshit insane lunatic woke ideologue, by the way. And again, there's no point in hiring that person unless you're hiring something specifically because of a political leaning, which kind of just gives away everything that this game is going to be about. We currently know about the story, and that is from Naughty Dog themselves. They said that this is going to be an in-depth story about what happens when people listen to ideologues, religious stuff and that. How original. And yes, with a character like this, you only know one thing, that any ideologies and any religious factors of the game are going to be as shallow as you could get. It's all going to be just bad. There's going to be zero nuance to it. It's all the predictable stuff, essentially. And also, the actress, while she does not actually look anything remotely hot, she still looks obviously better than the character. Again, they didn't even get a good-looking actress this time, and they still uglified her. Let that sink in.
Until it's confirmed. But apparently the reason that she shaves her head is because she's trying to hide her identity, which seems kind of weird. I mean,
but she's completely autistic, obviously.
Just because you shave your head, that's not, especially I would imagine in a world with facial recognition technology, not going to help you very much. Kind of comes across as a cope. I'm going to go over those in a second. But what I want to talk about real quick is what's going on with this game and a tweet that Asmongold made, which I guess went nuclear. I've actually put this in one of my videos.
Oh, I have seen this.
Videos before, but I had no idea that this was such a controversial take. So Asmongold says this on X. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the market for masculine, non-conventionally attractive female leads in games isn't as big as the video game industry thinks it is. Actually, quite the calm take. Not you would.
Yep, he tried hard for that one.
Think controversial, right? And he's right. He's not wrong here. Yeah, the market's not as big as they think it is for that.
Well, the deflection for this is obviously, oh, we want to expand the market. You know, people who don't care about gaming, people who don't like gaming, people who don't spend money on gaming. Yeah, we're gonna abandon all of these people who are our customers and go for those people that don't exist. That is literally the excuse for The Witcher 4, by the way, currently. They're saying, oh, we want to find new audiences for our games. Yep, okay, good luck with that. Rebozo, I guess.
Actually, almost non-existent. As we have seen time and time again this year. Quite a bit. But this has not gone over very well. Out of all the things to get mad about, apparently this is pissing off some people. And it's, of course, going to be moved to a sexual thing. This is
always
from a content creator, him. By the way, let's make sure we get it right.
Nice.
These guys are just proving the point that they can't see women as anything other than sex objects. Never heard them complain that they don't find male protags affable. But if it's a female,
Actually, we do complain about that. This is not even true. We do complain about any time a male protagonist looks like a wimpy soy boy loser. We do complain about that a lot. We do. That's actually even more. Dude, if anyone tries to sell a wimpy soy boy experience of a game, people are gonna complain about that harder than any ugly female. Okay, that is one thing that people are gonna complain harder about. Second of all, obviously, no, I typically allow myself to stoop to that level, but you know, when someone actually writes it like this, I'm not gonna. No, no one is trying to sexually objectify these women. They're just pointing out that these women are intentionally made to look ugly. There is a difference between intentionally made to look ugly and objectifying them via ultra sexualization. And by the way, none of these people can prove their claims. Because who are people complaining about? Well, you know, Ciri. If you compare the Witcher 4 Ciri, how she looks, versus the Witcher 3 Ciri, it's like night and day. It is blatantly visible that one was attempted to be made as manly and unattractive and unappealing as possible, while the other one still looks good, but is not in any way actually a sexual object. This is just cope. This is not about that. If you want, you can further the subject on just asking the simple question that these people will never answer: is what is the point of making these characters ugly? What kind of artistic outcome? What kind of story narrative? What kind of good positive thing in the game do you get from making women ugly in games? What is the what is the that you are trying to achieve by doing that? And they can't answer it because the only answer to this is either virtue signaling or a political statement. That's it. There are no other answers to uglification of women in video games except those two.
Female protag, she has to be anime sexy. Genuinely incel behavior. Never touched a real woman. Right, yeah. As
My favorite is when they actually point this on people who have wives and children.
Asmund Gold has never touched a woman.
That's
I've
probably
seen him
true.
with some women in the. Some of them were
A prostitute doesn't count.
pretty attractive, but yeah, he's never. Yeah, millionaire Asmund Gold has never touched a woman. Sure. Uh, Why is it,
Again,
this always
probably
comes
true.
off as kind of projection to me. It's always something sexual, like, oh, you can't fap to her. Oh, you're an incel. It's always some kind of sexual response. Nobody's saying that they want it. Well, I'm sure some people are, right? But for the most part, I think what's going on here is you have a lot of people that can see, because if you think about it, like, it's been an activist win for the past couple of years. They've kind of really brought the Western market to its knees. But what's really going on here is just people are kind of tired of seeing characters like this.
Yep.
And the game could be good, even, but you turn off so many people with.
The game probably is not going to be that good. You look at the character, you look at the choices of representation for that character, and then you look at the storyline, and it's going to be your typical, oh, let's just bash anyone with the religion because it's all bad. It's going to be your most boring, typical slop you can ever find, okay? This game's story is probably going to be as epic as Starfield. Good luck with that.
This now. That it's kind of, it comes across as an intentional design choice.
It is.
I wouldn't be surprised if when they were designing this character that they were saying, yeah, this is going to own those chuds. We're going to get them with this one.
Probably.
Because everybody has our mindset. And that's just not the way it's going anymore. But like I said in a previous video, a lot of these design choices started in 2020. Like, it takes years to make this game. So 2020, this game's getting kicked around. I mean, that was pretty much the hottest design then, even though nobody wanted it then either. And there's been plenty of bald female characters. People make that point. Yeah, Ripley from Alien. She's shaved her head before. Nobody cared.
Oh,
And
true,
also,
actually.
She's likable.
I completely forgot about that.
The character in this game comes off as completely unlikable. And that's also a big thing as well.
Well, not exactly completely unlikable, but you can see that the personality just doesn't fucking exist. And I guess that is unlikable. People without personalities are detestable.
That should be brought in. Like, she just comes off as a smug biatch. Here's another one. Maybe it's just me, but I don't judge a video game based on how easy I can fap to its protagonist.
Well, that's on you, Chief. That you could do better.
It's again trying to paint Asmongold as some kind of incel. Here's another one. Do most guys usually play games on whether or not they'd fap to it? I've personally never done this. Projection.
Lies.
You probably have. You know where this really starts? With Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog in general.
Disgusting.
Was here. And I remember talking about this during the entire Last of Us 2 fiasco. By the way, never forget that Naughty Dog was using the YouTube copyright system to silence YouTubers, notably Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kennel, Heel versus Babyface, and plenty of more that I'm probably forgetting. They struck a lot of people. And games industry had nothing to say about it. They were totally silent on that and have still never covered it to this day. Naughty Dog, especially Neil Druckmann, just a horrible person. And he was trying to take a lot of people down to protect that game. And, of course, it blew up and got, like, massive. Those leaks were all over the place. Notably probably because he went to such lengths to try to contain it. That always backfires. But Neil Druckmann met Anita Sarkeesian publicly at the DICE Summit in Las Vegas in 2012, where they discussed the portrayal of women in video games. He became a fan.
Dude, Neil Druckmann is such a mega-tier cuck.
And this is how he creates his games now. And that's 100% on point right there from Learning the Law. He's right, 100% right about that. This is a very good point that I forgot about till I saw this post. And yes, that absolutely happened. Neil became a big fan of Anita after that meeting. And we got Abby. Weird choices all around in that Last of Us Part 2 game. And now we get this new character.
Hey, there's a reason there wasn't The Last of Us Part 3, okay?
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. And then there's this. So take this with a grain of salt, okay? Because this could get debunked. This is a rumor. But apparently the plot for Naughty Dog's Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet allegedly has leaked.
Wait, it's leaked? I read an article when they quoted the fucking LA Times about there being an interview about this or something. Or is this going to be different from the religious thing that I know about?
So there was a post over on 4chan. John F. Trent over at the Fandom Pulse picked this up. And this is basically what this
Oh,
is.
no,
So
I have not seen this.
From a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee. And here are the leaks. And like I said, this could be...
Oh, a member of the Five Aces. We kind of knew that.
Fake. The player character Jordan was a member of the Five Aces, a band of notorious criminals. The reason for Jordan's shaved head is...
Wait, so we're playing with the... So, we are objectively the bad guy in this game? Okay.
The absurd...
That's brave on its own, honestly. Especially hiding the fact that you're supposed to be the evil person. I guess it does make sense that she is evil.
The absurd reaction to which Naughty Dog fully expected is to serve the hiding of her identity as she is a wanted criminal, which, by the way, stupid because that really didn't stop anything.
Yeah, you can't just shave a head and be like, oh, I'm fucking invisible now.
Jordan works as a bounty hunter purely as a means to find her former partners, particularly Lewis, who she sees as a father figure. She was a member of
Daddy issues? That does seem legit.
the Five Aces, which is a notorious band of criminals. The leader, Lewis, disappeared without a trace, causing the five to drift apart. Jordan works as a bounty hunter purely as a means to find her former partners, particularly Lewis, who she sees as the father figure, like I said. Important note from the leak is that there is no space combat, which
Oh, yeah, I would expect that, honestly. Yeah, they're just like, what's the point of you going on a planet that no one has left in 600 years? That's unreasonable, mysterious for no fucking reason, by the way, and be like, oh, let's do space combat now. I did not expect that. I don't think anyone did.
seemed kind of odd given its way it's set up, but I guess you're stuck on a planet on a moon. The bulk of the game is described as an open world Uncharted mix with sci-fi elements. As they fly into that planet's atmosphere, an EMP wave disables the ships, leading them to crash in different locations.
Okay, that does make sense because something like this has to happen. Because the premises for this, by the way, game is abysmally fucking dumb. So you have a random planet that no one has left orbit in 600 years of. Okay, I mean, ever fucking thought about, I don't know, checking what's happening there with a satellite or something like that? Okay, if it's an EMP, you could probably figure out it's the EMP. Like, the story on its basis makes no fucking sense that there's a mysterious planet that no one has left in 600 years, and no one knows shit about it. And then it turns out it's filled with Roombas with knives on shit. That seems dumb. That is a very, 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 very flawed premises by itself to set up, by the way. It needs a lot of work just to not fall apart instantaneously.
Which is somebody that she picks up in the tutorial. The majority of enemy combatants are AI-driven machines.
Also, again, you know what doesn't fucking make sense? The fact that there's this mysterious planet that no one has escaped from 600 years for, and, well, how do they know it if no one's actually keeping tabs on it, it seems like, because we saw no one in space around it. And two, okay, would they obviously not to try and send a ship that's EMP proof? Or something like that, a drone, a scout, or whatever, that's EMP proof? Again, the setting on its own just doesn't stick. It doesn't make sense. This is so much worse than a planet that has been lost to civilization for 1 billion years, okay? And then someone magically fucking finds it. That plot is so much better than this, what we currently have. It's insane.
But with a wide variety of types, melee, ranged, and even vehicle combat are in the game. The bulk of the game is described as an open-world Uncharted mixed with sci-fi elements. The base of operations in the game is your crashed ship,
Okay.
which can be customized. As you find each member of your old crew, they will join you on the ship. So, like I said, keep this as a...
Why would they all be on that planet, though?
This is a grain of salt warning. I don't know if any of that's true.
And the question of that is because you most likely find your crew. Because the thing that, by the way, also a thing that doesn't make sense here is the fact that she contacts the other women and the other women just kind of finds like one of the most the person that she hires for some reason is of her old team of the Aces, which doesn't make fucking sense. So I don't even know what the. It's just so confusing if this is the plot. But again, this is around how bad I would expect it to be. So yeah, nothing makes sense from the trailer and everything that we know, which is already a huge red flag if this is supposed to be story driven, which it most likely is. Let me actually check did I save the link? I did not. Oh no. Oh no, this is no, this is not the right link. Save. Damn it. Well, it is what it is. Didn't save the link. That's on me. Oh, but yeah, if this game has religious motifs in it, it's gonna be a complete disaster, okay? How do you expect some kind of cuck who literally got his life turned upside down because of ugly feminists spoke to him once to ever write anything of substance and meaning? That is not blatant propaganda. You can't.
It may or may not be true. But I can tell you one thing that is true. Neil Druckmann is a big fan of Anita Sarkeesian, and she is responsible for his current mindset and the direction that Naughty Dog has been taken in, thanks to Neil's love for her way of thinking and her bullshit theories.
Well, oh, it's gonna be sad. It is what it is. Anyway, that was the Yellow Flash 2, 10 out of 10. Bye.